Hey everyone, this is Ben from Cheddar Flow, and today I want to do our weekly recap video that will also help us to kind of get a sense what will happen this next upcoming week. Tickers that I want to go over today are going to be the top runners from this past week, which we know Tesla, again, has just been cranking for the past month, honestly, and this past week there was no difference in that. But then also another EV, which is Lucid, which has had some pretty good flow from this past week, as we can kind of see here as a preview, and has been going up quite a bit if we look at the chart as well. So I want to go over these two and then also a special one at the end. So yeah, we'll just get right into it. All right, so for our first ticker today is going to be Tesla. Obviously, like I said earlier in this video, this one has been cranking for a super long time, and it has no signs of stopping either. So bulls are taking this one to a whole nother level. Just looking through some of the prints we've had, and this is only on Friday, by the way. We had a bunch of prints over the 1 million in premiums. We had a large institution come over here. They picked 1,050 calls at $2.3 million in premium, which is quite a bit. And that's for November 5th. So that's like this next week that's upcoming right here, which is crazy. So they're really bullish on that. We have other ones here in the millions. And also, all these are massive. Like, you rarely are seeing any that are like 34,000 or 64,000 like we saw right here. Most of these are like over 100,000 in premium, which is just insane to see. But obviously, these people have been making a lot of money just because if we look at the chart really quick here, right here on Tesla, just look at this daily chart. This has been going for so long right now. It cracked through all-time highs at this level right here, gapped up way past them. And typically, just for like reference, when a stock gaps up to all-time highs, it normally will open and then retest that all-time high before going further. That's very common just because it needs to retest that level, make sure that there are buyers there and stuff. But this literally gapped up and continued to go. We had like a 10 or 12% day for the stock during this time, and then it pulled back just a little bit and then just kept going right after. So this is on parabolic mode right now. Crazy to see that, and the calls have certainly all the way throughout. Like, honestly, we were starting to post stuff, like if you follow us on Twitter, we were posting stuff from like around here. We're like, wow, there's a lot of leaps coming in on Tesla, a lot of big like orders as well from whales and stuff. So we did not expect something of this magnitude to happen, but we've been trading it along the way, posting on Twitter a lot throughout intraday things, and it's been doing really well. It's coming up on our power alerts as well each day, which is in our options order flow tab right here. If you click the power alerts, we've had Tesla come up most days just because it's getting a ton of options traded and the volume is pretty high. But basically, I really like using our power alerts, and we'll make a video in the future about power alerts, so make sure to subscribe to the channel here. So I'll go over that. But yeah, Tesla, insane. I want to see what the whales are going to be doing. I want to see if sweepers are going to be going for strikes that are around 1,200 plus, just because right now we're sitting at 1,100 roughly over here, and we're seeing a lot of 1,100 as well. I want to see if people are even more bullish to go forward. So 1,250, that's interesting to me. This person's pretty bullish on this, especially for November 5th. I want to see a lot more of these come through the tape for sweepers. That's going to give us a sense that this thing could continue to go up. 1,500, that's another strike that could be interesting as well. So any expiration that's close in date and then the strike that is higher than we are right now is going to be pretty interesting to see for people trading, and we are going to watch for that. For our next ticker here, it is Lucid. Lucid Motors has been going crazy lately. We've seen a lot of really good prints throughout the day, especially on Friday. You can see here, especially the highlighted ones that we have. These are highly unusual, so all of the stuff that we see on the tape is unusual prints coming through, just because they're over like at least 25,000 in premium, but the ones that are highlighted are even more unusual to see. So we saw a lot of these for Lucid on this past Friday, and actually quite a bit of puts in comparison to like with Tesla, because we saw a lot of calls on Tesla. There were quite a bit of puts on here just because if we look at the chart really quick, it did go up quite a bit in the morning, but then did fall back. So both the bulls and the bears did profit on this if you were trading it intraday, but this one is going to be very, very interesting for this week because the last key resistance we have on the chart is roughly $41. If it breaks this and holds, the only next one that we have is going to be up until 50. So 41 to 50, that is a massive move, and the only way that we're going to be able to tell if it has a chance of breaking this, holding, and then continuing upward is going to be based off of the flow. So the flow is going to tell us this week if we're going to see this thing crack through that 41 level. I would not be surprised to see a lot of strikes at 40 and 41 because this will be a selling point since there's a hard resistance here. But if we get up to this point and we see a lot of stuff coming through the tape over here that's like 50 calls, 45 calls, and all of that. That is very bullish, and that's something that I may take as a long to go up to that 50 level. And the chart looks pretty good because if we compare it to Tesla, right here we have a heavy consolidation in this range like this, and then boom, shot out of that, and could see some more upside. If we look at Tesla's, like we did before this here, we saw kind of a similar thing. This was up around this level for all-time highs, consolidated for a very long time within this range, boom, shot up, and after that just kept going straight up after. So Lucid here has that potential because we consolidated for quite a while. It has potential for a cup and handle. So we'll see what happens here. It needs to break this $41 level in order to continue upwards to get closer to all-time highs. But we did see the news behind this kind of rally was that production or selling had started for Lucid Motors. So we'll just have to see kind of what goes in the future. But again, flow is the only way that I will trade this thing because I need to see that there are going to be people that are bullish for it going to 50 once it does hit that 41 level. So definitely keep this one on watch for this week, and we'll go into the next ticker. All right, for our last one, I call this one a special one just because I think it has an interesting potential catalyst in the future, and it is Roblox. So Roblox actually has been getting some decent flow. At least this was on Friday. We can also look at our historical flow tab to see kind of what the week was. But for this past week here, Roblox has been getting mostly bullish flow. You can see 87% to that 13% of puts. But some good flow on here. What I'm really interested in, though, is their ties to the metaverse. And basically, the metaverse is kind of like something that Facebook is trying to go into right now. Facebook is trying to get into that like VR and just virtual universe, I guess, in terms of crypto, because they think it's going to be something that will be big in the future. And Roblox actually has invested a lot of money into the metaverse right now. You could see with Facebook changing their name to Meta that they're very serious, obviously, about this. And we've seen stuff like crypto coins such as Mana go up like, I don't know, thousands of percent so far, just because it is the kind of the theme in the market right now. And because Roblox has ties to that, and because it actually has a bullish chart right now, this could be something that we see test close to all-time highs. That is a very bold prediction from me. We do have earnings, by the way, on November 8th, so do be careful about that. But it's a bold prediction, although this could be something that works out well. We do have to manage our risk appropriately and always follow the flow. I do like how this chart, the weekly, closed above my trend line that I had here. We could see it retest this within the following week, although as long as it stays above here on the weekly with some decent volume, this is something that I think we can take long to retest $100 a share. Again, this is something that's almost, what is that? That's like $16 a share from where we closed on Friday. So that is quite a bit for this stock, and it had that recent IPO not that long ago. So do make sure you keep that noted. Although flow has been bullish lately, as we've seen here, I want to see some larger orders come in. We've only been seeing like under 100,000 with the occasional over 200,000 right here. I want to see stuff over 500,000 coming in. I want to see these whales come through the tape. I want to see them pretty bullish on that, and that would give me even more conviction that my thesis might be right going forward in the future. So I really like this one. Please keep this one on watch, just because this is something that could start taking off in the near-term future as a sympathy to that metaverse theme that we're kind of seeing right now. And definitely, again, keep it on watch. Make sure that your risk is appropriate, because we do have earnings coming up. That is always something that's really risky to swing through. And in the past, earnings has promoted this thing to fall, as you can see right here, quite a bit. So do be careful of that, although keep this one on watch. And that will be it for me today. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, as we'll always have these coming out every single week. And otherwise, please have a great and profitable week this week, and we'll see you in the next video.